Na 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 na.
Hi guys, welcome to my channel, Uniquely Blessed. If you are new, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe so you can join our YouTube family. And if you're already a subscriber, welcome back. I've missed you. I know you guys have missed me, and I want to thank you guys for helping me reach 500 subscribers. Yay! Thank you so much for all the comments, the likes, the views. You guys are really telling me that I'm helping you guys out, and you're really telling me what content you want to see. And I'm taking all of this in, and I'm going to be doing it. So thank you guys so much for supporting me and watching my videos and being part of my YouTube family. Now, today's video is going to be long. I'm just going to warn you right now, but it's very important you watch the whole video because I have some great things that I'm going to be sharing today. In today's video, we're going to be discussing newborn essentials. We're going to be talking about everything that I use from 0 to 3 months of age for your newborn baby. There's a lot of things that you need and there's a lot of things you don't need, and you can sub out. So I'm going to be talking about everything I use with my little butterbug from 0 to 3 months. And yeah, it's going to be broken down into like sections like bathing, diapers, toys, feeding, sleep. So just bear with me, but that's what we're going to do today. All right, you guys. So as you know, a newborn needs somewhere to sleep. Now, Shania does have a bassinet and she has a crib. Her bassinet is next to our bed and her crib is in her room. However, we're kind of co-sleeping right now, so she sleeps on my bed. But I would recommend getting something, whether it's a dakata, a bassinet, a crib, a side sleeper. There's all different kind of names and stuff out there for them. I'll show you guys a picture of what I have for Shania's crib and her bassinet, and I will link down below if you guys are interested in getting that. But just make sure you have somewhere for the baby to sleep. Along with something for the baby to sleep, of course, you're going to need clothes for the baby. Onesies are good, 2 pieces are good, outfits are good. Make sure you have socks for them. Depending on the weather, hats, because I have all 4 seasons where I live, so we have hats, we have coats for her because she was born in the winter, and gloves for her. If it's not cold where you are, just make sure you have, you know, some type of light jacket because the newborn always has to have more clothes than you have on. So just make sure you have clothes for her. Now, I do recommend do not buy newborns a lot of clothes. They grow out of it way too quick, and these clothes are way too expensive. So I would not recommend buying them new clothes. Plus, sometimes they get the clothes messed up. You don't want to be paying all that kind of money and they ruin the clothes. I do have a video on Pat, which is the clothing company that sells really cheap clothes. So if you want to check that out, you can check it out, download the link below. But getting back to it, in terms of what Shania sleeps in, these are the onesies that she sleeps in. And I like these because they unzip from the bottom. So I can just take it from under the bottom and I don't have to take her whole onesie off when it's buttoned. So these are a little thicker than, you know, the ones that I have her wear during the day, and they work perfectly. So I change her twice a day. In the morning when she wakes up, I change her and I put her into either a lighter onesie or I put her into an outfit, 2-piece or 3-piece. And at night she wears these onesies with the zipper coming out like this. So it's easy to change her. So I would recommend getting onesies that zip, especially for the nighttime, and zip from the bottom going up. And I'll link those below as well for you guys. Also, another newborn essential is a swaddle. Now, this particular swaddle is the easier one. You just put them in and you swaddle them in. But I do have swaddle blankets. And my only regret is I stopped swaddling Shania when she started co-sleeping with us in our bed. And I should have just kept her in her bassinet and I should have kept swaddling her because she jerks a lot when she's co-sleeping with us and it wakes her up. So I would recommend to get, if you can't afford these ones, because these are pretty pricey. These are like $26. Some are even more. Get the swaddle blankets and I will link them down below, or use the hospital blankets because that's what we're using for a very long time to swaddle the baby up. So I would say for the first 3 months, I would recommend you swaddle the baby. Also, you guys just need regular blankets. If you not going to do swaddling, just make sure you get regular blankets, just baby blankets. I have baby blankets in different sizes because, you know, she's going to continuously grow. So I didn't just buy the regular one size baby blankets. I bought bigger ones. I bought longer ones, just different size because I know she's going to be growing up. So I recommend to get blankets, clothes, you know, all that little stuff, but don't get too much of it. And that's pretty much all I can think of that I use and is essential for sleep. I know a lot of people use a sound machine. I didn't buy a sound machine. I went on YouTube and I looked up white noise sounds and baby sounds to go to sleep. I click play and I just play it like that. Sometimes she's fall asleep to it, sometimes she don't. But I didn't feel like I needed to go buy a sound machine because YouTube had the same sounds they had on the sound machine. So that's what I use. So that's a way to save money if you guys want to. So that's all I have for sleep. Okay, you guys, next I'm going to be talking about like bathing and diapering. Is diapering even a word? I don't know, but I'm going to be talking about that next. So this right here is the diaper pail that I have for Shania. It is an Ubi diaper pail. And I know a lot of people say they don't use their diaper pail. I use my diaper pail every single day. This is stationed in me and my husband's bedroom. And when I change her, I use the diaper pail all the time. I also use the diaper bags when she poops. I thought I had some over here, but I guess I don't. Actually, I might have one in here to show you guys. These bags. These are the scented bags for when she poops. I put it in here, drop it in. I tie the bag, open my diaper pail, and I just toss it right in. You can lock the diaper pail for when they get older so they don't play in it. See, it's locked right here. And it does not smell. You cannot smell anything until you take this whole bag out. That's when it really smells. It does. But in terms of like in your bedroom, if it's like this, you will not smell anything. I use this diaper pail every single day. So you don't necessarily need a diaper pail, but it has been essential for me. But you guys do not need a diaper pail. You can easily get a little garbage and just throw the diapers in the garbage and throw it out at the end of the day. You don't need to spend money on this. But I did get this for the baby shower, and I really do love it. I really do love the Ubi diaper pail. And I have the Ubi bags, and I can link all of this below for you guys, as I said before. Another essential that you will need is a changing station. Not necessarily a changing station, because Shania does have a changing station, but she also have changing pads, because I don't always go in her room to change her diaper. However, I would recommend a changing pad. I have about 4 changing pads in our house. Some are downstairs, some are upstairs. 2 of them is cloth, and then 2 of them are waterproof. This is the changing pad I recommend. The 2 that are cloth came with her diaper caddy, so that came free. But I went on Amazon and I bought this waterproof changing pad. And this right here works really, really well. When you're cleaning your baby, sometimes they pee on you. Sometimes the poop is all over. You don't want that on your bed. You don't want that on your couch. So I would recommend, if you're not going to get a changing pad, lay them on something so whatever you're on, it does not get messed up. But this is a waterproof one. It's easy to clean. The cloth, I have to consistently wash it. It consistently gets stained. But this waterproof one works really well. It's portable. It has this little thing right here for their head to relax. And it's really, really nice. And it's a great fit. So I really recommend getting a changing pad to use somewhere. It's a necessity. Okay. Also, you need diapers. You're going to need a lot of diapers. Trust me. I go through a lot of diapers a day, more than I expected to. This is the brand that we use, Pampers. This has been working for us very, very well. She has never had diaper rash. And I believe it's because of the A&D ointment. After I changed Shania, I put a little bit of this on her each time. So she has never had diaper rash, never had any reaction or anything like that. I use this every day. A&D ointment. I take a little bit after she pees, after she poops, and I put a little bit on her all the time. And it works perfect for us. You know, I would recommend a diaper rash cream. This is the one I would recommend. But if it doesn't work for your baby, there are other options. I haven't had to change any diapers yet. I only use Pampers, so I wouldn't know how the other brands are. But if this brand does not work for you, make sure you try a different brand, okay? And of course, you're going to need wipes, right? This is what I'm using right now. And I am going through a process of trying out different wipes, because I'm also going to be doing a video on what's the best wipes. Parent Choice is what we have. I had 2 different types. I've had Pampers, I've had wipes, I've had water wipes, I've had Honest. So I'm just trying a whole bunch of different wipes to see what works best. And the reason why I started to do that is because we do have a wipes warmer. Don't waste your money. Don't buy it. You don't need it. And I'm being totally honest with you guys. That thing is trash. That thing don't really even warm up people's wipes the way it's supposed to. And I wanted to see the reaction with the different wipes with the wipes warmer. And that's why I have started trying out different wipes, because some wipes leave residue, some wipes leave white stuff. So that's why we were just trying to see which one works best for us. But Shania hasn't had a problem with any of the wipes we've tried on her. But I do like Parent Choice because it's a little bit more moist. So make sure you have wipes. If you cannot afford wipes, you can also use paper towel. What I do is I take a wet, warm paper towel and I can clean her with it. Also, if you don't want to use paper towel, you can use a baby rag. So if you cannot afford the wipes, there are other options that you can use. So, you know, just keep that in mind. Now we're going to go into like the bathing stuff like this. You're going to need some towels for the baby. Currently, Shania only bathes twice a week. She's a new baby, so she doesn't need to bathe every single day. So these are the towels I have. I have actually various different towels, but what I would recommend for a new mom is towels with hoods on them, you know, because I wash her hair when I give her a shower, and I just put this over her and I wrap her up, snug, snug, snug. And after I wrap her up, you know, I change her. So I would recommend some type of towel with a hood. But if you don't have a towel with a hood and you have a regular towel, that's fine as well. You know, don't feel like you have to go and get a certain type. But you will need a towel for the baby. Of course, you're going to need rags. These are some rags that come with the towel. So I have rags. I have a pack that is just exclusively for her face, and then I have one that's exclusively for her body. So in the morning when I wash her face, you know, I have her face rag. It's a little smaller than this, and then these are her body rags that I use. Also, you're gonna need something to bathe a child in. For my baby shower, shout out to Savon. He got me this aqua scale bathtub. This is what it looks like. And I like this bathtub, right? It tells you the temperature of the water, and it tells you how much the baby weighs. My only thing was Shania was so tiny, like this was just way, way, way too big for her. So, and also this right here wasn't comfortable for her. So I recommend, if you do have this particular tub, get a sponge. And I will link this down below as well. And just put it in here and put the baby in here like this, okay? If you're going to use a tub, this particular tub, I recommend that. This particular tub is really good though, because it can grow with the baby. You can take this part out here and it grows, the baby can spread out more. But like I said, she was so tiny, you know, this tub is kind of big for her. But if you don't have a tub, I've seen people have done it way back in the day. People are still doing it now. You can use your sink. Just make sure your sink is clean. Put the baby in there and wash the baby in your sink, okay? Until they're old enough to go into the actual bathtub that you have. Okay, that's all we have for diapering and towels You guys know what I mean. Let's talk about play, but before I get into play, I forgot to tell you guys about the detergent that I use. This is something that I use once a week, and I just wash her clothes on Sunday. This is the brand that I use, Dreft. This I've been using for 3 months, and it's not even halfway done. You guys do not need to fill this up all the way to the top, okay? Just fill it up like a quarter of the way, because she don't have that much clothes to use for the whole entire week, and it should be fine. It will be fine. So I would recommend getting a baby laundry detergent, maybe their own designated basket. There's baskets in the Dollar Tree. You don't need a big basket. And just making sure that their stuff is their stuff and your stuff is your stuff. So this is a detergent that I use for her. So once a week, every Sunday, I wash her clothes. And like I said, it's been 3 months and this is not even halfway empty. So yeah, but let's get into play. I got the little rag here. All right, this is the play mat that I have for Shania. This is what she uses. This is a Fisher Price one. I really enjoy this because it goes into 3 different stages. It has 2 different volume controls on here, low, high, and then she likes to kick this little thing, and I keep it on stage 1 because she's in stage 1 right now. And it has the mirror that she can look, and the things here with different textures. And I put her on her stomach and I put her on her back, and it goes through various songs. So I really do like this Fisher Price play mat. And like I said, it grows with the baby into 3 different stages. So I'll link it below so you guys can check it out. But I would just it doesn't necessarily have to be this, just some type of play mat where they can look up and see different things, or you can or something with sound so they can hear different sounds. Just something in that particular category. Another thing I will recommend is some type of chair. This is the chair that Shania has. She actually has a smaller one, you guys. This is the bigger one. This is the rocker one, but she has a smaller basic one. I'll put the picture up above. And I say this because when you're doing stuff, I got all this stuff all in. My apologies, you guys. When you're doing stuff, you just want somewhere to sit them down. So just get a chair and just sit them down, and you know, she sits in her chair when I'm in the kitchen, when me and her dad are eating, or we just have to get something done. We put her in a chair, strap her in. Like I said, it does not have to be a chair like this. The chair that I have for her is like, the smaller one was like $30. So it's just something that has little things she can just hit, you know, something like that. I did not invest in a swing for her. I didn't feel like the swing was necessary. The swings, it wasn't necessarily the price. It was just they grow out of that stuff so fast, and I didn't want her to always rely on the swing, like get too attached to the swing and then, you know, she not be able to use it in a couple months because she grew out of it. So I just didn't invest in a swing. To me, that's not a necessity. I invested in a play mat and it works pretty well for me. So it's up to you, whatever your baby like. If you want to invest in a swing, you know, go ahead. But to me, a swing was not necessary. Another thing I would recommend that I use every day are books. This is just an example of one of the books that I read to Shania. Me and her father read to her each night. So we read to her like twice a day. And if you guys don't, you know, have colorful books or black and white books or something like that, you don't necessarily need it. You can like make up your own story. So like what I mean is, like, say if you have like a comic book or a newspaper or something, or a magazine or something, just put it in front of your child's face and, you know, like a book, and make them see that you're reading. It's more good to make sure they see that you're reading than actual, you know, reading books, reading these type of books to them. So you can just take the newspaper or the magazine and make up a story like, oh, once upon a time in a faraway land, it was a beautiful princess. You know, they don't know what you're saying. They don't know that that's not what it say in the book. So if you can't afford books, you know, or something like that, or you don't have books at your home, just get some type of thing that looks like a book and just read to them. Make up a story. But I do recommend getting books for the baby. It really helps with their brain development, and it will help them to like reading once they see that you're constantly reading. So that's my recommendation. I don't really have that many toys for her for 0 to 3 months. I just have her play mat, her little things on her chair, and like I have rattles for her, but like she don't use that every day. So but as she gets 3 to 6 months, then I'll get more stuff. But as for now, you know, they eat, sleep, poop, you know, so it's, you know, and play a little bit. So I wouldn't recommend too much stuff, but it's up to you guys. But that's the things that I use every single day. She uses her play mat every single day, and she uses her chair every single day. Let's talk about the whole feeding thing. Now, just to give you guys a little backstory, I tried to breastfeed my daughter, and I was breastfeeding her for about 2 months, but my breast milk wasn't coming out the way it should have. More so, like I wasn't pumping enough. Even when I took a lactation class, it still was not working the way it was supposed to. So I did invest in a pumping machine because she wasn't getting enough milk from just sucking on my breast. So it still wasn't working out for me the way it should. Little backstory. Basically, my daughter didn't eat for like a day, a little over, yeah, like a day, because she wasn't getting enough milk from me. Like she was getting tiny little bits. And when I went to see the lactation specialist, I found out like she had her sucking on my nipple, and she wasn't really getting nothing but 0.5 ounces. So I went to pumping. I pumped the breast milk out, and that's when I started putting it in a bottle. But pumping still was not, it's not working for me the way it should, but I'm just going to keep at it because I do want to give her breast milk. So right now I'm in the middle of breastfeeding her and bottle feeding her. So she has Enfamil and she gets breast milk, but she gets more Enfamil than she does breast milk. This is the Enfamil that I use for her. All you do for this is 2 scoops. 4 ounces of water for 2 scoops, or 1 scoop for 2 ounces. And I do have a video on how to properly make a baby bottle, but this is something that I use every day, this Enfamil. I pre-make her bottles. So I make like 7 bottles, and then I warm them up, and that's how I pretty much make it. Sometimes I make them on spot if we ran out of bottles, but usually all her bottles are pre-made. And we don't go past 12 hours without, you know, we don't go past 12 hours. No, what I mean is we don't, like, after 12 hours, we don't use the bottles, but it's usually after 24 hours. So this is the particular bottle that we use. I use Avant. Now, I have Dr. Brown's. I had got that at my baby shower. I don't recommend Dr. Brown's at all. I'm sorry. Like, people swear by it, but that bottle is so trash to me. That bottle be leaking all over the place. And if you guys want to see a video on that, because I really do think I am going to do a review on Dr. Brown's bottles, it just don't work for me. This Avant bottle works really well. I love the nipple. I love everything about it. So this is a 4 ounce one, and it just works really, really well. So I use the Avant, and I use those Dr. Brown bottles. And I think I use one more. I don't know what it's called. Some brand that I got from the baby shower. But my daughter didn't have any problems with taking 2 nipples. You know, I know some babies have problems with taking with nipples, but my daughter didn't have any problems. So she take any type of bottle nipple, and she takes the breast nipple. So everything pretty much worked out where I didn't have to go out and buy a specific brand. But like I said, I don't recommend Dr. Brown's. But if you guys want to know more about that, comment down below, and I will do a video on that for you guys. In terms of breast pumping, I use the Medela. So this is what it looks like, and this is why this bag is here. It comes with this bag, and it comes with these 2 pumps here, and these flannels. You can get the flannels in the size of your breast. This is the size of my breast, and these flannels go here. And oh wow, what's going on? Got some water up in here. This is the tubing for it. So let me just show you guys. This is the tubing for it. Goes like this. I would recommend you get a breast pump if you are going to be breastfeeding. It goes like this. This goes into here. And you can hold it like this. However, I don't hold it. I do the hands-free. This is the Medela hands-free bra right here. Medela. I don't even know if I'm saying it right, you guys. This is beat up like this because I use this every single day. And you just put the fanals in right here. Actually, let me see if I can put it in for you guys. It goes in here. And you put them on both sides. Where's the other one? Is it upstairs? Okay, you guys, I think the other one is upstairs. Sorry. But you put both of these in here and it pumps it for you. And it has different speeds and it has all this, that, and the third. This is, you can plug it in or it's portable. It comes with this as well. So you don't always have to be plugged into it. I really, really, really recommend this particular brand of pump. It is really, really good. It has worked for me very well. It's not too hard when it's pumping, anything like that. But if you don't want to use that, just find a particular breast pump. You're going to need one if you are breastfeeding. These are the breast storage milk bags that I use. It has the date, it has the time, it has the volume. You can put all that information on there and just fill it up with whatever you pump. And it does come with the little pump cups. Sorry, I didn't put it on here. I didn't put it in here, but it does come with the little, sorry, they're here. This has a lid to it. So this is a really good pump. I would recommend just getting a pump because you are going to need it every single day. Okay, so on top of that, in terms of the pumping, that's what I use for the breast pump, stuff like that. When I do the Infamil, you're going to need a bib. Okay, I have bandana bibs, I have these bibs. I'm more like these bibs than I like the bandana bibs, but you know, it's up to you. Just make sure you have some type of bibs. Now, I use bibs every day. Burp cloths, on the other hand, they're not really used for burp cloths for me. I put this right on her neck like this, and I use it because it can absorb a lot of milk or a lot of spit up. So I really, really like it for that. I don't like it for the purposes of burp cloth. I've never used it for the purpose of that. I've always put it, if I can't find a bib really quick, I take her burp cloth, put it right here, and I, give her bottle and wipe her up with this. If I didn't get these for the baby shower, I most likely wouldn't have bought them because to me, they're not essential. Just really, you need some bibs, in my opinion. So yeah. But like I said, I recommend bibs like this other than the bandana bibs, but you can, use whatever works best for you. Also, this is my bottle warmer. This is the first year experience bottle warmer, and this is something I use every single day. I'm in love with this. Like I tell you guys, I pre-make her bottles, so at night I don't have to come downstairs and make a bottle. I just go into our fridge upstairs. I take her bottle and I put it in here. This right here is the water you put. It goes up to 5 minutes. I put it up to 5 minutes. Take this off, put it in, and I do have a video on how to use this. I'll link it down below. Put it in here. I start this up. This is right next to my bedside, and it heats the bottle up for me. I use the bottle warmer every single day. This is a necessity for me and my husband. We absolutely love this bottle warmer. It goes with different bottle sizes. You can put in here longer ones, shorter ones. It also sterilizes bottle nipples and pacifiers, so you can also use it for that. So I would recommend, if you're not breastfeeding, think about investing in a bottle warmer. You don't necessarily need it, but it's something that we use every single day, and I absolutely love it. So yeah, this is a plus for me. When it comes to washing her bottles, You need a brush. This is the Dr. Brown's brush. We buy them in like a 3-pack. You don't necessarily need the Dr. Brown's one. I just buy it in a 3-pack, and my husband likes it because this bottom part goes straight into the nipple and it's easier for us to clean. So that's why we use this particular one. We change this out every 3 weeks, sometimes a month, depending on how it looks, because I wash her bottles every single day. She has never had threads crossing my fingers. So I'm really happy about that. I clean her stuff and I sterilize her stuff really, really well. So this is something, you know, you're going to need if you're going to be bottle feeding. And like I said, I change this out 3 to 4 weeks. So 3 weeks to a month, this gets changed out. So that's why I kind of buy it in a more of a bulk than I do individual. This is our drying rack. Honestly, you guys, yes, I use the drying rack every day. However, you don't necessarily need this particular drying rack or a drying rack. What my husband started to do is he got a Dollar Tree bin and he just placed the bottles and the nipples and the heads of the bottles in the bin to dry instead of using a drying rack because it was bigger. And I kind of like his way more than I like, you know, using this is the Munchkin, whatever it's called, you guys, Munchkin. What is this? Oh gosh, you guys, sorry, it's been a long day. Munchkin drying rack. So like I said, you don't necessarily need it. You can lay a drying rack out, a drying mat out, or you can put it in a bin and just put things individually so they can dry. But this drying rack has worked really well for me. I really like it because I put the accessories in different parts of this, here, 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 here. So I really do like it. But like I said, my husband used a bin. I use a drying rack. It is something I do use every single day. So yeah. Now, I know you guys are probably wondering, what is this, right? This is what I call a Medela quick clean. So sometimes, you know, I don't want to, I wash her bottles and I don't want to boil them every single day. So I boil her bottles at least once a week, but I don't boil them every single day. But this Medela bag we use every single day. All this is you take 2 ounces of water, you put it in here, and you put the bottles, the nipples, the caps, everything inside of here. You seal it, put it in your microwave for 2 minutes, and it sterilizes everything for you. And it is steaming hot when it comes out. So make sure you guys, you know, don't burn yourself, but you just check off the uses as you use them. My husband bought like the 100 pack of these, and it has worked really, really well. It's really quick and it sterilizes everything for you. But I do boil her bottles once a week. So you should have a pan of some sort just to boil her bottles and her pacifiers to sterilize everything. But instead of boiling it every day, these have come in great hand. I just sterilize them and do it with this. And it has all the instructions on the back. It's called Medela Quick Clean Micro Steam Bag. Lifesaver. Really, really, really do love these. So this is something I would recommend. This right here is her vitamin D drops. Whether you're breastfeeding or if you are bottle feeding, you are going to need vitamin D drops. This is the ones that her doctor prescribed. So we give her once a day. Well, we usually give it to her at night. Her dad gives it to her at night. Just squirt it in her mouth. Sometimes I put a little in her bottle because she like she doesn't swallow everything. So I put a little in her bottle, but I don't know if it changes the taste, so I don't put a lot. But this is what she uses every day as well. Your child is going to need vitamin D drops. And last but not least in the feeding category is the Boppy. You guys, no, you don't need this. Not necessarily you don't need this, but I don't use this for the purpose of feeding. When I first got, my newborn baby, when she was like a month, I was using it like this, but I put it around me and I'm breastfeeding her like this. But now, if you see my other video, you've seen that I use the boppy for Shania to lean over and she, you know, for tummy time. I use this more for tummy time. This is not a necessity every day, but I found it a great tool for tummy time. So I'm mentioning it. That's the only reason why I'm mentioning it. For feeding, you know, I prop her up in this. You know, this can be used for multiple things. For sitting, propping, feeding, and tummy time. So that's why I'm even mentioning it, because I use it for other reasons. So a lot of people use it for feeding, but I use it for the other reasons. Propping her up, feeding her, and like twisting her little hair and stuff like that while she's sitting in here. So it's not a necessity, but we do use it every single day. So I guess it is a necessity. I would recommend getting a cover on this though. I don't like the cover that I have, so I'm not going to show you guys or recommend it. But I'm going to find a different cover for this boppy, just because you don't want it to get messed up, you know, and dirty and stuff like that. So that's pretty much all I have for the feeding category. Okay, you guys, so the last part I have is just something that I do use when I go, well, I use this every day, but this is when I go out. I would recommend you guys get a diaper bag. Now, I have a video on what's in my diaper bag, and I explain everything and go through all the departments. This is my diaper bag. It is humongous. It is very spacious. I love it. I just love it. This is the diaper bag with the changing station. My best friend got it for me for my baby shower. You do not necessarily have to have this particular bag. What I would say is, if you can't afford a particular diaper bag, get a bag, like a big bag, for when you go out with the baby, when you go take the baby to appointments. You know, you need to have certain things with you. An extra blanket, some extra diapers, some wipes, you know, the pacifier, their extra clothing. You need a bag where you can store everything with you, because when you're going to the park or you're going for a walk, like I said, the doctor's, a friend's house, make sure you have a bag that you can put all your baby stuff that you need in here. Like I said, it doesn't necessarily have to be this particular bag, but I would recommend this, and I'll link it below. I would recommend this bag highly, and if you haven't checked out my diaper bag video, make sure you check it out, because I go through each compartment of this particular diaper bag and everything I have inside of it. So like I said, make sure you do have some type of diaper bag or a bag that you can store your baby's thing in. Also, I do have a video on what's in my diaper caddy, as you guys know. This right here, I use every single day. I have 2 diaper caddies, one upstairs, one downstairs, and it's basically filled with everything that I need throughout the day, which includes diapers, clothes, Q-tips, breast storage milk bags, hand sanitizer, safety aid kit, A&D, all kind of things. So I would recommend, if it's not a diaper caddy, maybe a little basket. You don't have to get a caddy like this. Get a little basket, something where you can store everything downstairs or in certain parts of your house, so that you don't have to keep running around looking for things. So just something to organize all your baby stuff for when you need it on hand, instead of always having to go to their room or somewhere else in the house. So I would recommend some type of organization bin or a caddy, and I'll link this down below as well, for the baby. On top of that, you need some type of safety kit for the baby. I don't use it every day, but it's clippers in here, there's files in here, the syringe, temperature, to check her temperature, thermometer, all these little things you need. You might not need it every day, but you don't know when you're gonna need it, so I definitely recommend it, especially a nail file, because the baby's nails grow long. Right now, I'm having a problem with my daughter scratching her face. She scratches out her face. I have to cut her nails or file them down every other day, and they're so tiny. So I use a file rather than a nail clipper, and even that is hard for me. I have to do it when she's sleeping. But I mean, their nails grow fast. I don't know if it's just my baby, because I've heard other moms say it too. Get you a file or some type of nail clipper to clip their nails. She has scratches on her face. I'm so upset with that because like she just scratches it out. You don't want them gouging into their skin and messing up their beautiful baby skin or their eyes or anything. So I really, really, really recommend get a file. You are going to need it every other day. If not every day, you're going to need it every other day for sure. And last but not least, my daughter's favorite little thing, her pacifier. If you're not into pacifiers, you don't have to get them. You know, I still know some parents are not into it, but this is Shania's favorite pacifier. It's the Avant pacifier, and I really like it because you can put your little finger in here, right here, and they can suck right there, and they'll feel your little finger. But I know it's going to be hard for me to transition her off of these, but for right now, she uses this every day. This is what soothes her, and it helps her go to sleep. It helps her just relax. She depends on this. And I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing, but we'll see later on. But this is a 0 to 3 months. This right here, it tells you the size. They have bigger ones, but I would recommend getting a 0 to 3 one. Don't get the baby's big pacifiers. Just get them something, you know, small, handy like that. So this is what I use with her every single day. She wants her pacifier. Like I said, when it's going to be time to transition her out of the pacifier, I hope it's not too much for me, but this is what I use. Okay, you guys, that is what I use every day for my newborn. Well, she ain't a newborn no more. She's 3 months. She's still a newborn. But for newborn essentials to 3 months old, that is what I use. I see a lot of people having way more stuff. You don't really need all that stuff personally to me. Newborns eat, sleep, poop, like I said. But if you want to get all that stuff, go ahead. But where are you honestly going to store all this extra stuff when you're done with it? You know, they grow out of stuff so fast. So like I said, I wouldn't recommend getting heavy on all these things. But, you know, just getting enough that you have enough to get you through a week, you know, and then wash and then do all this other stuff. But I want to make sure you guys know I have a Facebook group, and it's only for mamas, uniquely blessed mothers. So make sure you guys check that out. We do giveaways each month, and we also have, you know, help each other out. We support each other. So it's a really, really, really good group. So if you're a mom, a new mom, a current mom, a mom who's older with older kids, you are welcome to join the group. So make sure you look down below for the link for that. And, you know, thank you guys for helping me reach 500 subscribers. Thank you guys for the likes, the comments, and everything. You guys, please, please, please let me know what kind of content you want me to film, what you want to know, what you want to see, what you want me to review. You know, it's all what you guys want is what I'm going to do. So thank you a million times again. And I will see you guys at the next video.